Hello, my name is Jacqueline Grieve, and this is my extra credit assignment for Ethical Issues in Information Technology Systems. First, I'm going to start out by telling you the importance of ethics and technology. There's three main issues that face technology today. There's social, personal, and environmental. Information is a source of power and the key to prosperity in the business marketplace today. New technology is constantly being developed and updated, so there's constantly issues being brought up of how it's affecting the environment, personal life, and social issues among those relationships. Information systems can also reach anywhere in the world, making it easier for people to communicate and relay important information, either if they're a business or just a friend who's trying to reach another friend somewhere in the world. So you can see the importance of the ethical issues that technology causes people to face with communication and relay of information. The issue I'm going to focus on is the social ethics. Technology is affecting communication with people and relationships worldwide. Because access of technology is getting easier and easier for more fortunate people in higher social classes, it can get harder and harder for others who are in lower economic standards. This is causing an increasing gap between the different social classes within the U.S. and the entire world. Also, knowledge is becoming completely dependable on whether or not people have easy access to this technology, and they're relying solely on the fact that they can get it no matter what. For example, someone who is in an inner city high school may not have as much accessibility to a nice computer with a faster internet connection versus a student attending LMU who has a higher income from their family or themselves and is able to have accessibility to this faster and newer technology. This social ethics issue is also causing a more impersonal view to things. There's not only no elimination of newspapers and personal letters to people, but people are using cell phones to text others, which seems very impersonal and could also be misinterpreted using emotions such as sarcasm, or if someone is upset, you can't read it through a text message. On a more international level, there's an example in Time magazine in India where Philip, a 32-year-old software engineer, shows the examples of the social effects and how technology influences the social life in countries outside of the U.S. He talks about his experience about having two jobs and the bars in India closing at 11:30. However, he doesn't get off work until late at night because the U.S. is outsourcing their jobs, or another country is, and they're using people in India where the time difference has an effect on the social life, but the culture is somehow influenced and being forced into this outsourcing, which is causing them to take away from their social life and the things that they might do otherwise if they weren't working and supporting the job that they have throughout the night. Going back to the dependency factor, people are starting to use technology as the only means of communication. Knowledge is accessible to anyone at any time. They can get it on Google, they can search the web. It's easily found throughout the worldwide internet to anyone who wishes to get any type of information. This is causing people to rely on it, to rely on the knowledge that they can get instead of learning the different things that they wish to find. It's creating a culture of social networking through cell phones and the internet versus books and actually learning the knowledge instead of having it on hand at all times. However, there are some benefits to the technology these days and how fast it is regarding relationships. People all over the world are able to connect and communicate at any time or place. Friends can meet up who are in the same area if they wish to, simply by making a phone call or sending a text. Businesses can work around the clock to save money and making it more efficient and having access to their customers at any time. Everything can be easily learned or found out through the internet, which is a lot faster, but this can create problems, as I said earlier. Overall, technology has benefited us greatly. There are some drawbacks according to the types of relationships that are built based around this new evolving technology. We need to find a way to create something for the less fortunate to have access to equal with the people who have the money to have access to this technology, and to find a way to be able to share our relationships and be more personal and not as dependent, so that we can find an equilibrium between technology and the social life that we all live in. That is the end of my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. I was a little nervous while recording this, but I still hope you learned something, and I hope you learned something about the social ethics that we all face today.